Hello and welcome to 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. I'm your host, comedian Tracy Carnazzo, joined by my co-host, Noelle Herzog. Hi, this is episode 47 of 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. And we have been recording this for 47 episodes, and we want to thank everyone who's listening. And if you've been with us for 47 episodes, what a wild ride it's been.
You guys are the tits.
We have a great announcement to make. We, in 2020, which is the new year, we're going to be releasing on Mondays.
Ooh.
So get ready for it. Are you ready for it?
No.
Oh.
No, I'm ready.
People have been complaining, and we've been listening to your complaints like over and over and over again.
Over every day.
So the episode will come out on a Sunday, and the following Monday, not the next day, the following Monday, we will release the episode.
Okay.
Is that all right with you?
No, I'll take it.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. We have so much great stuff to talk about. Make sure you're joining our Patreon at patreon.com/teenmomtrashtalk. I know you're like, what do you mean? Don't worry about it. Just go there. We have tons of bonus episodes. We have over 100 bonus episodes there where Noelle and I let you get to know us a little bit.
Yeah.
We answer some fan questions and we have such a great time. And we also have 2 seasons of Unexpected Trash Talk, which is also a show on TLC, and that's behind our Patreon.
Ooh.
You can join our secret group after you join the Patreon. You can get a Teen Mom sticker if you want. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a great time.
Sounds great.
Support for 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk comes from Manscaped, who's #1 in men's below-the-belt grooming. Manscaped offers precision engineered tools for your family jewels.
Ooh.
That was fun, right?
Uh-huh.
Speaking of manscaping, let's talk about Michael and Juliana. Let's just get right into it.
Yeah,
Noelle.
we're just getting into it, huh?
Juliana is still pretending that she doesn't know what a prenup is.
It's like, give me a break.
She says, this is a quote, "It doesn't matter how many times it's explained, I still don't get it."
Yes, you do.
That's what I would tell my husband.
Yeah, of course. You think she, like we said before, she's a yachter and she doesn't know what a prenup is?
She said, you want to protect the kids, but what about me? I mean, she has a point. She is one of the kids.
Yeah, I mean, she is. She might as well be Max's sister.
Amazing. She is the kids. She's annoyed that his ex-wife had asked before she did. And I totally get that.
Well, I get it too, because I think in some ways, because they're so close, like Sarah's going to overstep.
It's not only that, though. It's like, so you and Sarah have obviously talked about this, Michael.
Yeah.
Why didn't you talk about it with Juliana?
He hides things from her. He thinks of her on the same level as he thinks of his kids.
Yeah. So it's
I truly think
if you're so worried about Max and Cece, also worry about Juliana.
I feel like this episode made me see like a different side of him.
Yeah.
I always knew he was a dick, but it was different.
Yeah. He's pretty bad. He said that she doesn't know about anything about prenups. Like, she doesn't know anything.
Right.
So they would go to a mediator for the prenup. And he said that he's going to keep all his assets in his name.
Right.
So the mediator is like, so what do you do, Juliana?
I model.
What kind of model?
Fashion model.
Did you mean webcam?
Nothing.
Juliana. Prenup.
Nothing.
Juliana.
What
kind of model are you?
Fashion.
Juliana, why?
Vagina.
Juliana, why do you have 400 stamps on your passport?
No money.
Juliana, how did you
I'm a seamstress.
How did you get on all of these yachts?
Fashion. I do fashion.
Okay. So how much money do you have in your bank account?
No dollars. What?
Oh,
I have a car.
Juliana, is it a cab? You have a cab?
I have a cash cab.
She does have a cash cab. She has a Brazilian cash cab.
That's fun. That's funny. Oh man, Tracy.
I love it. I wonder if they have the lights in it.
Maybe that would be the best part of it.
Well, the mediator kind of wanted to make sure that Juliana was taken care of, and Juliana noticed that, and she really did, because she kind of picked up that Michael's
like, I don't care.
Michael's like, listen, everything's gonna be mine,
right?
And I'm gonna keep everything separate. And it's like separate, like she has her own stuff.
Well, that's the thing. It's not like she has any income. Like, so that means basically he holds all of the money in the bank account.
And then if she needs something, she has to be like, Daddy.
But that's control.
Yeah. This is intense. So her denim jumpsuit.
Oh, what about it?
Okay, I wasn't sure what was happening.
It looks like Michael Myers' jumpsuit,
It
right?
looks like she was going to work at a mechanic shop.
Yeah.
Do you think that she had to repair the cash cab?
Listen, she needed the money. She needs the money. She's got to do what she has to do.
She's like, I like fancy cars. I was working on a car. What was that jumpsuit?
No, I know. I'm telling you. As soon as I saw it, I'm like, so she's channeling Michael Myers today.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So she says that he had kicked her out once.
So, okay. But I think she meant they broke up. Okay.
So, yeah. So they broke up last year for 3 months.
Right.
And she said that he just called her one day and was like, hey, I don't want to do this anymore. So thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
And she's like, wait a minute. You've been paying my rent.
Right. And he must have just, what I think is he probably just cut her off financially. And
Yes.
she freaked out.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was probably like, you have to do this to keep
Yep.
her on her toes because she's not going anywhere. Now it's 45 days until the wedding.
Uh-huh.
And Juliana is upset about the mediator.
Right.
She just keeps crying hysterically.
She won't stop crying. She won't stop sucking her fingers.
She feels worthless.
I mean, yeah, right. She's shameful, feels worthless.
She has no money.
Here's the thing. I know that she can't work there.
Right.
I understand that she does not have money, but she also never saved $1 either. Like she went to America blindly.
I would have taken so many cash advances on his credit card
Right?
instead of buying a car.
Yeah.
And put it in a bank account for
She,
myself.
I mean, that's the thing though. She fucked herself by buying that car.
Yes.
Yep.
Big time.
I
And you
think
know what?
things would have been different.
It's like, can you even blame him for keeping
Because she
the
probably
money?
bought a Lamborghini. You know what I mean? Like, what did she buy?
She
She
bought a
definitely
cash
didn't buy a
cab Lamborghini?
Sonata, you know?
You never know.
I don't know. I don't know what she bought, but he seemed very unhappy about it.
Noelle,
Yeah.
if you bought a car on your husband's card, on his credit card without telling him,
Right.
and you were leaving the country,
Yeah.
he would be a little bit mad.
I'd be like,
there's
return it?
something, there's something really,
No, there's
really
something off about it. Right.
He's using money as power, but she's also been abusing him
Yeah, of
in
course.
her own way. So she's crying, and he's like, listen, you're not unsuccessful. You're an international model?
You're an international fashion model. Yep.
And she's like, yeah, that's right. I am an international fashion model.
And they're all like, that's what you call it.
Sure.
Right.
Right. I actually, I went to high school with a girl who is now an international fashion model.
Really?
Yeah. I think she has a website.
Okay. She definitely is a cam girl. Yeah. Here's my biggest problem with Juliana.
Tell me.
Never has a napkin. Wipes her nose on her hand.
Yeah.
All day
She's
long.
a kid.
Gross.
Kids do that all the time.
Yeah. What is that? Like what's impetigo or something it's called?
Hand, foot, and mouth.
Disgusting. Yes.
Hand, foot, and mouth
Hand,
disease.
hoof and mouth disease. Yes.
That's Coxsackie virus.
Yeah. The Coxsackies. Yes.
Speaking of Coxsackies, let's talk about Emily and Sasha.
All right.
So they're flying to Chicago and they're driving to Indiana where her sister lives.
I wonder how long that flight was from Moscow
to Chicago?
Yeah, like if they stopped. I don't think they stopped, right?
I don't know.
It wasn't like Caesar booked it.
It stops every 5 minutes.
You know, I went to a friend's giving, right? Like a month ago, and they were saying the guy who I was talking to, my friend Michael, he loves the show. He loves Caesar. And he was like, you know, if I was Maria, I would not have gone. He's like, that was the longest trip ever. It was like 3 days.
Noelle.
Yeah.
If you paid me 10 grand
Yeah.
to go to Mexico from wherever she was, Ukraine, Russia,
Yeah.
Ukraine. And you were like, it's going to take you 3 days to get there on your journey.
No, thank
I'd
you.
be like, I will ride a camel.
I'll swim the English Channel.
I cannot go 3 days. How many
No.
flights is that?
That's what I mean. Like, how many flights? That's like flying from like here to New
I know.
Jersey.
And then she's like, I don't know why she didn't show up. It's like, really?
I wonder
She
why.
didn't show up on a good day.
Right. Exactly.
You booked her a 3-day flight.
I'll never get over that. But it's funny. It was like the topic. For some reason, it was like 40 people there. They all watched 90 Day Fiancé.
Yeah, everyone does.
And they were
All the
all
cool people
talking
does.
about the voyage that Caesar booked.
That was insane.
Yeah.
It's almost like when Eric flew Lita's family.
Yes.
He flew them into New York City.
And then they had to drive
to
many houses,
Wisconsin.
which is not even
Noelle.
close.
Then when they had to go back,
Yeah.
he drove them back to New York City.
But isn't Wisconsin closer to like California? You know,
Noelle.
I mean, I'm not really like that smart.
You're not really that smart, but also
Yeah.
forget California.
Yeah.
Do you know how far Wisconsin is to
Really
drive from New
far.
York?
Really far.
Can you imagine asking for a ride to the airport? Like, I don't even want to drive someone to Kennedy, which is 15
No, I
minutes
know.
from here.
Same.
Like, if you
Same.
ask me for a ride to the airport, this is annoying.
I must really like you to drive you to the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Eric was driving them days to the airport.
Yeah.
He's like, don't even worry, I got you. We're
was
going to drive
very
days and
strange.
days. And then we're going to stay in a cabin in Pennsylvania.
Mhm.
I honestly will never get over that.
And I think they're still together, which is the craziest part.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
I wish they would break up.
I mean, honestly, I wish everybody would break up.
So they fly to Chicago. They're driving to Indiana with a giant baby.
Yeah. That baby is a behemoth. That baby.
The baby did not even need a car seat because the baby's too big.
That baby, like, there's no way they didn't have to like pay for that baby.
Oh, for
He's
a seat?
over the weight limit.
That
Yeah.
baby had to buy 2 seats. You know how they make like big people buy 2 seats? That baby bought 2 seats.
Yes.
They had to buy 4 seats
because
for that
that
plane.
baby can't sit on someone's lap that whole ride.
That baby, they sat on the baby's lap. Emily and Sasha sat on the baby's lap.
That baby is giant.
Yeah, that's the biggest baby I've ever seen
Yeah.
in my life. So Sasha says that this is a quote, America is the land of opportunity. So I'm sure he's not using her, so that's good.
No, not at all.
They're staying with her sister, and he comes into the house and he goes, whoa, 2 levels.
Right. And he goes, "This is Taj Mahal."
No, Palace this Caesar.
That was, oh yeah, that's right.
So he goes, whoa, 2 levels. Like, he was so surprised that America had a 2-level house.
I mean, look at where
Guess what?
they lived in an IKEA palace in Russia, though.
Sasha, they also use anesthesia when they do surgery here.
No way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah,
The
and
doctors wash?
They do anesthesia. The doctors are not also working the drive-thru at Wendy's. Like, oh,
Wow, this
what
is
was
normal.
that? You want a quarter pounder with cheese? Oh, hold on one second. My patient is in labor.
I have to go bird this child. This
I have to go rip
17-pound child.
I'm going to cut it open with my fingernail and just rip open her womb.
I'm going to cut it open with a spork.
So they get there and there's lots of baby talk. They're all talking to the baby in baby talk. And it's his first morning in America.
Right.
And they give him frosted mini wheats.
Who willingly buys that as a cereal?
It wasn't even the brand name one.
Okay, I didn't even notice that.
It was like frosted Frinny Frites.
right.
It was
Right.
like fake.
Like it was Dr. Thunder.
Yes.
Right.
And Mountain Lion.
Uh-huh.
Those are the sodas that you could buy at the dollar store, by the
Uh-huh.
way. So, yeah, they give him frosted mini wheats. Like, he's like, this is not breakfast. This is dessert. This is sugar.
And I
This-
like that she's like, "Oh, here, that's sugar. I know how you feel about sugar."
Yeah. So obviously this is the producers.
Yes.
They're like, give him what's
But,
the sugariest thing you could give him
But
for
that's
breakfast?
the sugar. They give him like Captain Crunch. Fuck him
Right.
up. And give him
The
frosted
sister goes,
mini wheats.
Sasha,
Mm-hmm.
do you know oatmeal?
Mm-hmm. He's like, "Yes, this is my breakfast. Yes."
Hello, can I visit Jim?
They're like, "You want to go to the gym on your first day here?" And he's like, "Yes, my wife, very fat. Not my wife, but my girlfriend.
My wife.
My wife."
Tell me this guy isn't Borat.
What is wrong with him?
He's Borat.
Honestly, it's his hair that
I
bothers me.
love everything about him.
He is in a tank top. Like, if it could be a blizzard outside.
Okay, can I
this
tell you
guy's in a tank
something?
top. What?
I like him. I think he's so funny.
The reason why I like him
In this episode, I was like, I'm
No,
Team
he was
Sasha.
fun. When he later on he does something that made me LOL. But like he was actually a lot more likable than she was.
For sure. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, Team Sasha on this
Yeah.
one. He's like, can I visit Jim?
Uh-huh.
So now he's getting on about her sister. He's getting on her sister about being healthy.
And he's basically saying this is her cheat meal.
Yes.
There's
He's like, this
frosted
can be your
mini
cheat
wheats.
meal. And she's like, what do you mean? This is just my meal.
But I eat healthy all the time.
Yeah, sure you do.
Uh-huh.
Sure, Jan.
Uh-huh.
So her sister watches the baby and they go to the gym.
But wait, he says, "Love you, mom," when he walks out to her mother. I
love you, Mom.
Right. He goes, "Love you, mom," and then smiles. And she's like, "Great." It was so funny.
He made me laugh a lot in this episode.
Yeah.
And also, I got to tell you, so I think that Russian people in general
Yeah.
are a lot more direct.
You think?
Because
Uh-huh.
I have gotten many a bikini wax from a Russian lady.
Yeah.
And they will literally be like, oh, no, this is not good. Oh, no. Also, your face, very hairy.
That's like my my doctor.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so you have to understand, like, kind of culturally where it's coming from. These are people with no filter.
No.
They're very direct. And I don't know if he's trying to be mean.
My doctor couldn't believe how early I went gray. I remember he was like, why you have so much gray hair? You're not even old. And I'm like, oh, thank you. I mean, can you check my heart maybe? You know, not my hair.
He's like, oh, no, you look very, very bad. Go home.
It's like you're a worn woman.
So he says that he has to go back to the gym because he lost 10 pounds of muscle in 10 days.
Right. Is that a thing? I mean, I'm not hip to fitness.
Right.
But is that a thing?
I don't know. I guess. I mean, I don't think he would lie.
I don't know. I don't know if he was exaggerating or what, but this guy, I mean, imagine being that person that like liked the gym.
Right. But no.
Yeah, I mean, I
no,
can't
people
be.
used to be like, if you go every day, you're going to get addicted.
That's not true.
And I got to tell you, there was a point where I went like
I remember
every day.
Yeah.
And no, I was cool with not going ever again.
No, you know what's funny is Matt was addicted for like a long time ago to CrossFit, the cult.
I remember that.
His whole body's broken now, by the way, because of it. But like now he's like, I would rather die than work out. And I'm like, no, I know.
You've taken him over to
I've taken him over to the sugar side of the world.
So he says that he needs to help her lose the baby weight. And she was 40 pounds thinner before she had the baby.
She's like regular size.
She's pretty thin.
Yeah, I don't think she's like at all
40
fat.
pounds thinner.
Yeah.
That's
you shouldn't be 40 pounds
that's
thinner.
very small. But I can tell you this. So this is what I was thinking about.
What?
Like, people are like, oh, he's mean. He shouldn't tell his wife. But you know what?
Why not?
He's a personal trainer.
Yeah.
And he wants to be a fitness model. And he's taking it very, very seriously.
Yeah.
And he's like, hey, if you want to lose 40 pounds, let's do this.
Yeah.
He's like, do it now, because you know what? You might as well do it now before you have 50
I
pounds.
think that he's great motivation to have for her.
I thought that was
don't
really
think he's
nice.
mean about it.
And she's like, yeah, well, I want to lose 40 pounds so you don't look at other women. And he's like, yeah. He's like, that's not what I'm saying.
Right. I mean, listen, I understand her being insecure, and I don't know if they're going to work per se, but I don't think he's being a dick to her.
No, I did not think he was being mean. Also, so he's like, okay, so you get oatmeal, peanut butter, and then some kind of fruit. I will make you dinner.
I love it.
It's like, what?
It's like, but I feel like I would be like, all right, I'll eat it.
Sure. So
he's like, we're going to go to an American grocery store. And it's like, people
he's like, yes,
treat
grocery
these,
store.
like,
we have these in Russia.
Right. Like he's in the zoo, you know? It's so funny. It's like American store. And he's like, right,
They're
store with
to
food.
How Chantel's family talked to Pedro.
Yes. How are you, Pedro? And it's like, what?
Pedro, are you going to harvest the American dollar? So she was saying when he's taking care of the baby, he won't be able to go to the gym. And he's like, no, your family can babysit.
But honestly, I mean, they can.
Listen, we'll figure everything out.
Right.
Why even try to fight with him right now?
That's the thing. Well, she's starting to feel insecure already.
Listen, so I know that like to the daycare in most gyms, like you can't put like a newborn in it.
Right.
That kid's already 12 years old.
Yeah.
First of all, why does this kid need a babysitter?
The kid should just be lifting barbells with his dad.
Why can't he just go to the gym with his dad? Also, like, he can't stay home alone?
Seriously. The kid can stay home alone. He could hold his head up 100%. He could stay home alone.
His neck is way strong.
That kid, I cannot wait to see. Like, this show has to last forever. I need to know how big this child gets.
I don't even know if they're going to have enough cameras to fit this
show him.
child
That's funny.
on. But, you know, Sasha, he's got a lot of eyebrow, this guy.
This guy has a lot of hair.
A lot of hair.
A lot of hair.
And you know what's really good for men with a lot of hair? Manscaped.
That's right.
Manscaped is the #1 men's below the belt grooming. And it's really, really great. Do you manscape?
I don't manscape, but I will manscape.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you got to be really careful though.
Yeah, you know how many times I nick myself? Yeah, it's the worst.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it hurts.
Manscaped is great. You know, most of us, we're ladies. You're a lady. I'm a lady.
Yes.
We have men in our lives, and we need to get them to just take care of themselves.
Yeah, just keep up with it.
Manscaped has a redesigned electric trimmer. Their lawnmower 2.0 has proprietary skin-safe technology, so this trimmer won't nick or snag your nuts.
Awesome.
I know. I'm always like, guys out there, like, you know,
know.
they're just like always like they have nick nuts.
And it's like, No, it's just scary to think about like navigating.
It's very,
down there.
very scary.
Yes.
Manscaping accidents are finally the thing of the past, though. And they don't use, listen, men need to not use the same trimmer on their face as they're using on their balls.
Listen, they do too.
I know, and that's
Yeah.
nasty. Manscaped also has a crop preserver.
A what?
It's an anti-chafing ball deodorant and moisturizer. So you know how like you put deodorant on your armpits?
Yes.
Why don't they put it on the smelliest part of their body?
That makes a lot of sense.
Get 20% off and free shipping with the code GARDEN at manscaped.com. You can always use the right tools for the job, and your man's balls will thank you. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code GARDEN, GARDEN, at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at Manscaped, manscaped.com, and use code GARDEN.
That's an awesome gift.
Yeah, it's a great gift, honestly, because it's kind of like, hey, guy.
Yeah.
Wink,
Do what
wink.
you got to do.
Nudge, nudge. Let's talk about great communication in a relationship, Angela and Michael.
All right.
She's trying to put a lock on her bedroom door.
For all of her 30 grandchildren.
Right, because they all live on the floor on a blanket.
Right. I mean, okay. I want to know whose kids these are.
Okay, so some of them are Skyla's.
But they don't live with Skyla?
I mean, she's always here.
I don't understand. It's very confusing.
And some of them are her daughters in jail.
Right. That I know.
You know why her daughter's in jail, right?
Something about like sodomizing a 14-year-old. I don't know what that means.
Yeah. What do you mean you don't know?
Well, I mean, I know what it means, but I don't want to know
Okay,
the details of it.
Yeah, some kind of sex crime.
Yeah.
So
Creepy.
you look at her trailer, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the living room, she just has like posters.
Yes. Oh, I saw.
It's like a dorm room.
Uh-huh.
Very weird. There's a dirty sheet on the floor, and that's where all of the children lay.
Just roll around.
That's their bed.
Yep.
I really think that's their bed.
I mean, listen, it might be, or it's their playpen.
No, I think it's their
Maybe
bed.
if you go out of the line, it's lava.
Well, because she also calls Michael Papa. She's like, Papa's going to be coming.
I thought that was so cute, though, to be
I
honest with
mean-
you. And Mima.
She's like, they never had a man in the house. It's only been us. So, and
I don't know. I would be like, is he okay around children? Like, you're letting a strange man come around all these kids.
What, no good?
Yeah, it's creepy.
I mean, it's not like your daughter's in jail for any kind of...
Right. Right.
They call him Michael. She calls him Papa. They call him Michael. And she's like, Papa's going to sleep in bed with Mima.
Right.
And they're like, no, we want Papa to sleep here with us on our sheet on the floor.
It's so weird.
That's what they said. They said,
Yeah.
we want
No,
Papa to
it's
sleep
weird.
here.
But and so they're like, the door. It's all. I thought she said the bathroom was off limits, but then she said the back room is off limits.
The back
because
room
so
of the
they can't.
trailer.
Right. They can't like
'cause
run
she has
in
one
and out.
bedroom, and then all the kids sleep on a sheet on the
But
floor.
where does the grandmother sleep?
I don't know. She's just in the corner chewing.
Yeah, that's all she did the whole episode.
Did they give her
was
like
chew.
some hay?
Yeah, they gave. She's probably like dipping.
Did they give her like some alfalfa?
Yes.
She's just chewing like a cow? I
Yeah.
don't know what's going on. So now they go looking at wedding dresses.
Yes.
And Angela goes, I'm going to go look at, and this is a quote, natural, beautiful, white wedding dresses.
But this is also your second marriage.
Okay, but also,
Mm-hmm.
the way she said that, it was like, I'm going to go look at natural, beautiful, white,
Right.
pure,
Right.
better race,
Right.
superior white wedding dresses.
It's so funny because it's like you see her and it's like she's like two people.
Right.
You know?
Like
I don't
she's dating
understand.
a black guy.
Yeah, but
and yet she's got to be so
she is. I know. I
racist.
don't understand it.
Anyway, so she's wearing a see-through blue shirt with a white support bra to go. I can't even believe it. So she tries on the dress. What do you think of the dress?
Okay, I was gonna ask you the same thing.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either.
I
Yep.
don't hate it. I don't like how
I expected much worse.
I feel like they try to make it an off-the-shoulder dress because it wasn't.
I know.
And that
And
bothered
you
me.
hate that. I know.
No, because it wasn't naturally off the shoulder.
But I'll tell you, I did not hate that
I
dress.
love the material.
I expected her to pick out something much different.
Oh
I
my
expected
God.
it to be like
Like a
Anna and
mermaid?
Marcel, right? Like that kind of dress.
I really
Me too.
like this dress.
I was like, I hope she doesn't try on another one. Like, I want this to be it.
Yeah, I
Yep.
really, really like it. Skyla says they were going to have, this is a quote, a time of their life.
Well, I mean, listen.
She's like, it's not going to be the time of their life, but it's going to be a time
It's going to be
life.
a time of her life.
And she says, Angela,
Mm-hmm.
he has to get this K1 visa because I'm a taxpayer. Angela, I don't think that's how it
When
works.
she said that too, like I said to myself, is that a thing?
No.
Because I feel like it's not.
That's her white privilege.
I know.
Really,
But
really crazy.
I wonder, like, in general, if Michael, like, got approved. Like, is Michael ever going to really come here?
I don't know.
You know?
But I hope he doesn't for his own sake.
So do I.
Because this is going to be a disaster.
Also, like, this guy, like, obviously he knows what he's doing, blah, 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 but, like, he's never going to have a life here.
No. Okay. Let's talk about Mike and Natalie. Now, right off the bat, I want to tell you, there are 3 guys named Michael in the show right now.
Okay, I noticed this as I was writing the notes. I'm like, why is everyone named Michael?
Do you think that the casting noticed? They're like, is your name Michael? And are you in a relationship with someone overseas?
I'm telling you, I think this season was just thrown together. Like,
they were like, everyone named Michael.
What would you say, slopoponymous? It was just slopoponymously
it was just
thrown
slapped
together.
around.
It was just slop-tarted together.
Okay, so Natalie takes the stuffed unicorn and she's like
beating him with it.
No. She's telling him, she makes the stuffed unicorn tell him that they're going to go to church.
No, I know, but first she was putting it in his face.
Right. Well, because the stuffed unicorn was excited to tell him.
But she was dressed very business casual. Like that, she was in her secretary clothes.
Well, she was going to church. So she said that she's going to introduce him to God.
And he's going to say hi, basically.
He believes in ancient aliens.
Right, and that's fine.
He's like, here's the thing. How did everyone know to build pyramids on every continent?
Why were there pictures of aliens in all of the old pictures? And it's like, what?
Also, Sandy Hook shooting didn't really happen.
Oh, man. Epstein didn't kill himself.
Also, 9/11 was a hoax.
It was an inside job.
Michael, how's that going for you?
Seriously. It's like, I don't know. I have to tell you, their whole segment was weird. It was very weird.
They are creepy. She's,
yeah.
You know what?
No, it's
She's
her.
creepy.
There's something wrong with her.
He believes in aliens, and I'm scared of her.
Right. Here's the thing. I liked her so much.
No,
and
I knew there was something wrong with
her.
her.
So the more I look at her, the more I think she looks like Owen Wilson. That's number one. Like, I can't get it out of my mind. But then somebody said she looks like Glenn Close from Fatal Attraction.
Like 100%.
And I can't get over it.
I will not be ignored, Dan.
I want to... Was it all...
Dan.
She his buddies.
Dan. I will not be ignored, Dan. Daddy, what happened to my bunny?
Yeah. That's her. It's creepy.
Noelle.
Yeah.
She gets in the car with him. She's going to drive to church.
Uh-huh.
She better believe in God. You know what? He was probably praying. She forgot how to drive.
Yeah, she was like, oh, I forget. Driving's not my strongest suit.
She's saving his soul.
Yeah.
So they go to church, but there's no service.
Right. So I watched this with one of my friends who's Jewish.
Yes.
And she was like, is this what happens when you go to church? And I'm like, no, you go for a service.
I mean, it's what happens when you go into a
Right.
church.
But you're not doing anything
And then they're whispering.
Right. But he's asking questions that he knows the answer to. Like, he was playing dumb. Like, oh, is that Mary, the one that was a virgin? It's like, I'm pretty sure you know what this, you know what I mean? Stop it.
Well, I mean.
Yeah.
She wants to go to church in America, but he said that he doesn't want to overpromise. Now, remember this. They're going to live in, is it in West Virginia? Where is he from?
No, Washington.
Washington State, but it's like West Virginia.
Yes.
It's like you took a little piece of West Virginia and stuck it in Washington State. Okay, so she's going to live in the mountains with him in a trailer.
And Bojangles.
She's going to have lots of meat and threes.
Yes.
She's not going to be able to drive because she can't drive where she's from.
Yeah.
So it's terrifying to think she would drive there. So she's not going to be able to go to church because he's not going to drive. Like, church isn't down the block.
Right.
Church is like probably
30 miles away. Right.
Down a mountain.
Uh-huh.
So they better figure something out pretty quick. He said that he doesn't want to overpromise. So that means no.
Right. But here's the thing. He's afraid to tell her no about anything. Like, he's not honest, like straightforward.
He's not because he's like, let me just get her here and then
that's what it is.
Noelle.
She's scared of him, though.
They met because he was the godfather of a baby. And she was the godmother of a baby.
I know.
He wasn't the alien father. He was the godfather.
Wasn't the ET father.
He wasn't the pyramid father. What?
Okay, so he was the godparent, and then
no. But do you know what it's like to be a godparent?
Yes, you have to like go do the stuff.
You have to do the stuff. You have to have a certificate that you were confirmed. You have to like.
Some people think that they could just ask you, and that's what it means. Like my husband, his godparents, they were just like, "Hey, do you want to be his godparent?" Right?
Because he's a Jew. Yeah, and that's not real.
Yeah. Right, because I had to go to like church and such when I got godparents.
Yeah.
I had to
That's how
get
it works.
dipped.
You got a little dip.
Yeah, I got a little dip.
They put you in the Blue Lagoon.
Uh-huh. I got a little dip.
Imagine they put the baby in the Blue Lagoon and it just comes out blue because of all the pond dye.
Oh my God, Tracy.
What?
You're dying your child.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I hope
that's
they don't
really
baptize the
bad.
baby in the Blue Lagoon.
I mean, do you think there's going to be a baby?
No, I don't think there's going to be anything.
I don't think this.
Remember, she hasn't even been approved for her visa.
That's true. That's true also.
Okay, so now Natalie makes some tea for her mom.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, so he comes out of the bedroom
Mm-hmm.
and her mom is like, do you want some coffee? And
You
he's like,
can
yeah. And
make
she's like,
your
good.
own.
Make your own coffee.
Make your own macarona.
Every time you say that, I get so hungry.
For Ditalini
Yeah.
only.
His teeth are neon yellow / orange.
See, I didn't notice that. I
Noelle.
feel like I was too hung up on her.
Noelle, his teeth are orange.
I also had to watch this on my phone last night,
Oh my
this
God.
morning. So,
Her mom is like, okay, well, I guess she's not talking to him. Anyway,
right.
I'm going to go off on a rant in Ukrainian.
Right. And you're not going to understand a word I'm saying.
But I'm going to tell you to have 2 to 3 children.
Right.
Noelle, she was talking through her teeth. She wouldn't open her mouth.
But the thing is, she just kept going.
But
And
no,
going.
Natalie.
Oh, Natalie always talks through her teeth.
But this was worse
yeah.
than ever.
Well, no, there's something, and her eyes were getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
She's gonna murder him.
It was very scary. Yeah.
R.I.P. Mike.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I can't wait until like the next episode. They have like a little memorial for him.
Also, her mother's calling her Natasha. Her mother was calling her Natasha. And I'm like, oh, well, that was interesting.
That was not your name, but
yeah,
that's cool.
she's like, right, Natasha. And I'm like, oh, Natasha, is it?
She refuses to translate. She's like, go get your Google.
You know why I left? Because of the angry look on your face. You were angry like her.
Noelle,
No,
I've never
I
been
know.
so scared of someone.
I know. I was like cringing.
Like
watching
Larissa
it.
went to jail 3 times, and I'm not even a little bit scared of her. Natalie Natasha is gonna murder.
But I wish that men were smart enough to see, like, I should get out of the situation.
How could he not? She's gonna have a baby out of spite, and then she's gonna eat the baby's head.
Yeah.
in front
Look
of him.
what I do for you. Look
I
what
ate baby's head. I hate you.
Jesus make me do for you. Because I'm scared of you. You
like
sin.
alien? I tell you, alien.
Oh God.
So she's crying and making him instant coffee while she's hysterical.
But
crying.
I don't even know who she's mad at now. Is she mad at him or her mother?
I don't know. So Natalie asked, she's like, so are you planning the baby yet?
Right. And then she's like, what happens? We divorce in 2 years and then who'll raise baby? And he's like,
She
why
said-
are we getting divorced?
She said that they cannot adapt to each other.
Right.
She said they can't understand each other. Is she thinking of Anna and Marcel? Because she speaks 100% English.
She does. She speaks English all the way.
Like better
Yeah.
than me.
Yeah.
She said that they will get divorced in 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the mother's like, listen, I don't know what you guys are saying in English. Why do you have a baby?
Right. Her mother's like, you guys, you'll be happy. Have 2 to 3 kids. And her mother keeps
She goes,
going.
okay, Natalie, Natasha,
Yeah.
what kind of kids do you want?
Boy, girl.
Natalie's like, I am cutting myself right now. I am cutting you are watching me drip blood.
Uh-huh.
And she's still like, what's happening? She's
Right.
like, anyway, what do you want to name the first baby?
It was really weird.
Are you pregnant right now?
But do you think
You
maybe
should start
there's something
pushing.
wrong with her mother? You should start pushing.
Start pushing. Maybe a baby will come out.
Maybe he'll give you a baby. Yeah.
Maybe an alien got you pregnant.
Maybe alien. You
Natalie
know?
is hysterical. Flails herself onto a bed.
Yeah.
What is happening?
I don't understand. I feel like, so first of all, as they're running out of the room,
Right.
because they're like, bye, Mom.
She's like, I need to leave the room.
Her mother's yelling more and more stuff
Have
about
a
the baby.
It's so much fun.
But you don't think that creeped me out so bad? What is wrong with everyone here?
He's like, can I speak to you privately?
I would have been like, can I go stay at a hotel? Because I can't be here anymore. You guys are going to kill me. You're going to have some weird rape occult sacrifice on me.
Okay, so before I watched this, I did not believe in aliens.
Uh-huh.
And now I 100% believe in aliens.
'Cause she's an
She is an
alien.
alien.
Yeah.
I was waiting for her to rip her face open and her just to be an alien.
Yeah, no, there was something very wrong
I am
here.
terrified of her.
Don't like it.
All right, well, that
Okay.
was extreme. I feel like I need to lay down now.
No, I'm actually I'm glad we got that over with. I was very upset by that.
Okay, me too.
Yeah.
Anna and Marcel.
I don't like them. I just want to tell you.
Okay, also me.
Okay. There was a lot of people not on this episode. Did you notice also?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like Blake. I don't mind watching them.
Yeah, I think it's funny that she just has no reaction.
Yeah, she's like wood.
She's like, I don't
You
care.
would say she has a personality of a wet noodle.
She does. She's like a
That's
wet
you.
piece of toilet paper.
Yeah, that's you.
She's like a jar of mayonnaise.
Yuck.
Okay, so Anna and Marcel, Vivi, her friend Vivi throws her a bachelor party. Vivi has a lot of work.
So Vivi wears many hats.
She has to throw them. Okay, they're getting married within the first week of him coming there.
Yeah.
She has thrown them an engagement party, a bridal shower, a bachelorette party.
Very nice lady.
What? But stop.
I know.
Anyway, so again, they're talking about drinking. And he said that she could drink once a week, but he will not kiss her or make love to her.
Right.
Noelle. Every episode they talk about her drinking.
Okay, every episode. And then her friend who's playing dumb is like, why do you drink a lot?
It's like,
and it's like, yeah, I'm
clearly
an
Anna
alcoholic.
is a B alcoholic.
Yeah. And then, ew. I'll say it.
Nope.
I'll say it. That he won't go down on her. And she's like, I don't like it anyway. But here's the thing. Don't tell your friends that. Why are you telling your friends
It's
that?
a lot. It's a real lot.
Here's the thing. You could share things with certain friends, but if there's a guy you're going to marry or a guy you're married to, there needs to be a boundary.
Yes.
And that's too
Also,
much.
she's marrying him anyway, so stop talking about him.
Right. Also, yeah, I just didn't like the whole conversation.
So she thinks that she has to get married. She's like, well, I have to. And her friends are convincing her not to. Also, he pees on the toilet seat.
Right. Now, okay. What did it make me think of? What you told me.
What
you do with little boys. You put Cheerios.
Yeah, in the toilet bowl.
Yeah.
And then you make them shoot the Cheerios.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think about that all the time.
Yeah. Well, I'm a really good
So
mom.
thank God Matt does not pee on the seat. But yes, like a grown ass man.
He's
on the
definitely
toilet
skeevy.
seat,
He's
but
definitely
that
skeevy.
grosses me out. Also, he's a creep.
He's a creep.
Why does she like him? Because she doesn't want to be alone.
She tells them that he has to keep the boys a secret. And she wants his parents to know. And he doesn't. And they said, her friends are like, you should tell his parents. Okay, maybe you shouldn't marry him.
Yeah.
Instead
Why
of
would
that,
you
just
tell
don't
his
marry him.
parents? Don't marry him. She knows. You could tell by the way she talks about it. She knows this isn't right.
He asked, so it's 21 days to the wedding, right?
Right.
And he asked if she's happy, and she says that her friends don't want her to marry him. Stop saying that your friends don't want her.
That's like when you were grounded when you were little.
You're like, my mom won't let me out.
Right. No, but it's like one of your friends, like you would be like, you would tell your mom, you'd be like, Noelle wants to know if I can go out. You know what
She
I mean?
just called.
Noelle just called. She wants to know if I can
She wants
go
to know
out.
if I could be grounded a different day.
Right.
I remember. Do you remember getting grounded and trying to negotiate the days?
Oh, I remember.
I'd be like, okay, so
Yeah.
here's the thing. I understand that you want to ground me the whole weekend.
Yeah.
That's not an option right now.
Right.
Let's do Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, that works for me.
Okay, so Sunday. So I do a Friday. I'll go
Right.
out, and then like I'll be grounded. I'll be grounded Sunday morning. Then Sunday night I go out,
Right.
and then I could be grounded all week at school.
It's so true.
Is that something
like,
we
I
could
won't
do?
even do my homework for you. Right. No, I know. But I remember that. I would be like, Tracy wants to know if I can go out. And it's like,
My mom said she's mad at you.
right. Very funny.
It's so true though. But and then when I didn't want to go out, I'd be like, my mom said I can't.
That was the best excuse. I can't have that anymore. It's like, maybe I could use Matt.
I try to do that all the time.
Right. It doesn't work. You say your mom though. So.
Yeah, I do. I'm like, my mom won't let me.
I know,
I'm really
I love
sorry.
it.
You
My
want to go to the
mom won't let me
movies today?
out.
Someone asked me to go to Star Wars today. Do you know that a friend of mine asked me to go see Star Wars today? And I was like, I have to go to work.
I wasn't allowed to watch that growing up.
Yeah, I was
so
like, I'm
I
not
would
allowed.
be lost.
I don't know what that's rated. Sorry.
Right.
So 21 days to the wedding.
Right.
And she said that she's thinking about canceling the wedding.
Right.
And he's not taking any responsibility for anything.
He's like, well, no, I made sacrifices. Now you have to make sacrifices.
Oh, that was so
Yeah, but these are
terrible.
your children you're sacrificing. Come on.
He said he wouldn't have come if he knew that he had to tell his parents.
Yeah, I mean, that whole thing was very sad.
I don't think he's a very nice person.
He's not a nice person. You can tell when he talks. First of all, you can tell in people's eyes. I know that sounds lame. He has like dark eyes.
Yes,
There's something
wrong
bad
with him.
about him.
Yes. So
Yeah?
now he ends up telling his parents. I think we see it in the coming attraction.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you what happens. Someone that speaks Turkish.
Oh, I saw. I posted it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to talk about it?
So they put the translation there. Obviously, I can't pronounce what he said, but it said that
Anna has children.
Anna has children. But in fact, what he said was, I just found out Anna has children.
And then his parents say like, oh, how sneaky.
Yes.
She's deceived you.
Right. Like she
sprung it
deceived
on you.
Yep. That's just, you know what? Like, if I was her, I'd be mortified. Because, like, word is they really got married.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's, like, disgusting.
Let's talk about Robert and Annie.
I can't with these two. They're the meeting of the minds.
Yeah, I don't know who I hate more.
Yeah, right.
It depends on which episode it is.
Right. This one was him.
Yeah, I hated Robert. So they have a night vision camera and they're sleeping with Bryson. This is so staged.
Yeah.
You think that they're really sleeping with a night vision camera?
No.
And Bryson's basically kicking everyone in the face. So they're going to go see a bigger place.
Which obviously they can't afford, not because they're poor, but of course they're going to bring him to a place that they can't
so they bring him to a 2-bedroom,
The woman's
2-bathroom.
like, I chose this place because there's a farmer's market across the street.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys really look farmer's market-y. It's a lake view. He's saying that she's never been outside of her country and Florida is so beautiful. He wants her to see Florida. Do you know that Dominican Republic's pretty nice?
It's way nicer than Florida is.
You know that it's a vacation destination?
Yes.
I'm not saying her house is the nicest.
Right.
I'm just saying that she's...
As a country.
As a country, like, I'm sure she's seen better than Florida. Anyway, so the apartment is $1,750.
Which is not bad at all.
I like that apartment.
Yeah, I know. Me too.
I love
I'm
that
like,
open
where was
kitchen.
that when I was looking to move?
Seriously. And he recently renewed his lease.
But he didn't. He didn't.
I mean, maybe he did, but like...
No,
so
he would not have taken her to go see this. He liked it until he found out the price.
Sure. Did you see the realtor's eyebrows?
They were beautiful.
Very nice.
Yeah.
He had promised her a new apartment. So now you can say that Annie is being whiny all you want, but he told her, like, when you move, we'll get a new place. And so now he's talking about trying to break the lease.
Right.
And she's saying, listen, before I came here, you said that we were going to have a different apartment.
Right.
And he's like, okay, whatever. You're being crazy.
Yeah. No, this wasn't her.
Can you stop trying to make her look like she's crazy in front of a real estate agent?
Can you stop trying to make her look like she's crazy in front of a personal trainer?
Seriously.
Yeah.
Now, the real estate agent with the good eyebrows just says something so racist.
What?
She says she's Spanish and Spanish women are feisty.
But she said us Spanish women are feisty because she spoke very Spanish to her. Like, I mean, not very Spanish. She spoke in Spanish to her. Like, and it would shock the hell out of me because she sounded so Midwestern.
Yeah.
And then when she spoke Spanish,
right,
I
but
was like, what?
Also, that's not a real thing.
No, I know. I don't know why people say that.
A spicy Latina?
Listen, people at the firehouse say, oh, Matt, you're married to a Sicilian woman. Like, she must beat you. And it's like, well, I beat him not because I'm
You
Sicilian.
beat him because he lies.
Right.
Sorry, I'm
right.
fine. Everything's fine. She goes, why'd you bring me here? And he says, in typical gaslight fashion, I brought you here because I love you.
Right.
What?
What does that mean?
You brought me to see an apartment I can't have.
Because you love me.
Because you love me. You crazy person.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? She hasn't gone to sleep in 12 years now because she has to sleep in a crib.
A disgusting crib.
With a baby.
With night vision.
Maybe she can't sleep because there's a camera watching
Probably.
her. Oh my God, that's like a reoccurring nightmare of mine that people are filming me while I sleep.
You know, I can't tell you how many times I've woken up or dreamt about waking up to a film crew around my bed.
Noelle, that's my reoccurring nightmare.
Yeah, I've had that dream so many times. That's weird.
Do you know that like 3 times a week I wake up because I think someone's filming me?
It's funny because I think a lot of times like it's a reality show. Is that funny?
No, this is a real
That's
thing.
weird.
Because we're very famous.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Do you know how famous we are?
How famous?
We're on iTunes. You can give us a 5-star rating and an amazing review if you love us. Do it, do it, do it. Follow us on Instagram at 90 Day Podcast and Twitter at 90 Day Podcast. We posted something so hilarious. I compared Tanya's mom to the hooker from HBO.
But they have the same face.
They're the same person.
Yeah.
They're the same
I
person.
bet you it's her.
It's her.
Yeah.
Guys, make sure you're following us and you can follow me, your wonderful host, at Trixie Tuzini on Instagram and Twitter. And you could check out my upcoming tour dates at tracycarnazzo.com.
All right.
I have a really cool date coming up. It is, I think this is coming out the day before. So this is going to be, it's in Pennsylvania. If you guys live in Pennsylvania, it's in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. I will be opening for Chris Frangiola from Chelsea Lately and Lights Out on David Spade. Noelle, where can we find you?
At Noe Girl on Twitter or Noe_bear 810 on Instagram.
Cool. If you guys want to chat about 90 Day Fiance with us, make sure you're going to our Facebook group, 90 Day Fiance Trash Talk. Thanks so much for listening. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.